Want to welcome everyone to the 2025 NEA Sports Preseason Basketball Show. Ryan Fletcher here with Brad Davis, Dr. Garrett Weaver. Guys, excited this year as always for basketball season, and we've got a bunch of teams we're going to talk about.
We certainly do. I've looked forward to this every year. It's just great representation of Northeast Arkansas, and we get to talk about these athletes, these teams, and it's just a really special thing.
Yeah, if the early season is any indication of how this year is going to go, it's going to be a spectacular year for Northeast Arkansas basketball, as it usually is every year.
All right, again, you're watching the 2025 NEA Sports Preseason Basketball Show. First team we have up is the CRA Falcons. Doc, a team that had a great deal of success last year, looking to continue to build on that.
Certainly so. They state semifinals last year, one game away from going to Hot Springs. Finished 26-8. Just tremendous team all year, really, but they got hot late in the year. New leadership this year. Coach John Francis takes over for the Falcons. They lost a couple players, Talon McMillan, Hayden Austin. So they graduated a couple, but they returned several really good players. And the thing about this team is their size. They are just, for a single-A basketball team, they start 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". They've got several guys that are really good-sized guys. Doss Clayton, Caden Prather, Sutton Campbell, Trey Fitz, Luke Austin, Teddy Spillman, Davis Paulgrove, just to name a few. They've got some guys that can really play. So going to be a really good year for the CRA Falcons again this year. Next team we'll talk about, the Cedar Ridge Timberwolves.
Yeah, a team kind of like CRA that made the Final Four last year, came up just a little bit short. I truly think might have been the most talented team, guys, but that doesn't always translate to a state championship. They lost a bunch of guys, including Kyle Province, who was an unbelievable player. Now, they return Rylan Brown, who is an absolute stud. He's probably one of the best inside players. Probably is the best inside player in 2A, and one of the better ones in the whole area. So things are going to have to be centered around here. He averaged 19 points, 10 rebounds a game last year, and multiple block shots. So it's got to go through him, and then they're going to have to ask a bunch of different guys to step up that lack experience. Dawson Ingalls, Eli Ludlow, Braden Miller, Riley Turner. So look for Cedar Ridge to still have a solid season and compete to go to the regionals. Brad, a former team of yours, the Nettleton Lady Raiders. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, Kevin Frisbee in his third year as head coach now. They went 19-13 a year ago, got to the state quarterfinals, and was really a possession or two away from that semifinal matchup. And they got a lot of returning players back. Seniors, Takala Marshall, Taylor Thomas, they called Takala Bunga Marshall. They've got junior Caden Hardaway, with the ball in her hand a lot. Sophomore, returning leading scorer, Tori Cunningham is back, along with Jordan Cole, a sophomore that's moved up. Their guard play is deep, it's balanced. They got so many weapons from the outside. They really get after you defensively, too. And then they got two post players inside that are hard to handle, Kiana Gleason and Simone Smith. So I really think this Nelson Lady Raider team is going to have a chance to be right in the mix of a 5A East Conference title.
Ryan, tell us about the Corning Bobcats.
Corning struggled last year, 11-21, and they lose a lot of players from that group, 7 seniors. They've got 2 or 3 guys coming back with some experience. They've got 6 juniors and 10 sophomore guys, so they're really young, kind of in a rebuild mainly. Jake Venata is a guy that saw time last year. He's going to be on the inside a lot offensively. He can shoot some. And the coach really talks about him working in the weight room. So the guy they're going to lean on, Caden Sweeney, is a guy that they expect to handle the ball and shoot it. He's fast. And you got Connor LeGrand, Hayden Leonard, and Bennett Davis. So rebuild season likely for Corning. Doc, once again, the Blytheville Chickasaws just find ways to continue to compete and be one of the top teams in the state. I don't think it's going to be any different this year.
I don't think so either. Coach Pierce does a phenomenal job. Can't talk about that enough. He really does a tremendous job over there. They love him in Blytheville, and rightfully so. Coming off a 25-10 season, another run in the postseason. Maybe didn't end the way they wanted it to, but I think this year's team has a chance to be really, really good again. Jameer Guyton is a guy that both ends of the floor, they're going to depend on him. It's going to kind of run through him a lot of the time, averaged 17 a game last year. They've got Anthony Taylor and Jakyron Madden are two guys. They're also seniors that will really step up for them this year. But I think both have moved in, and both are going to play tremendous factor for them. A lot of athleticism, the ability to shoot the ball. They're going to be dangerous come postseason when they get everything clicking.
Coach, let's talk about the Valley View Lady Blazers. They have a good group coming back.
Yeah, Coach Angie Ellis's group went 24-7 a year ago. They got to the state quarters and battled a great Valonia team up until to the end. But they lost Alana Orsby and Annika Wilbanks, two key losses in there. But they got a slew of seniors back that have got a lot of experience and played a lot of basketball together. Bonnie Fagan's back, averaging 8.6 rebounds a game last year. Ruby Reynolds, a sharpshooter from outside. Bella Seaman, a really good athlete, a tennis state champion, just plays defense all over the floor and can get to the rim and shoot it. Brianna Huff is maybe one of the best athletes in the conference, and that's saying a lot in the 5A East. Audrey Butler's still battling back. She's been injury prone, but she's getting back and healthy. Julie Rutherford provides depth. Jayla Lett, Avery Ellis. So once again, a very balanced and deep squad that will make some noise in the 5A East.
So guys, the EPC Warriors are reigning back-to-back state champions now. We had our own Marcus Carlton sit down with Coach Jamarcus Thaxton at Media Day and had a nice little interview.
Well, here with me now on the NEA Sports Preseason Special, Coach Jamarcus Thaxton, EPC Warriors. Coach, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
No problem, man. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so back-to-back, coming in 26-8 last year. What's the story for this year, man? Is it just more of the same?
We're going to focus on just getting better. Big thing for us over the summer was getting 1% better every day. That's something we want to focus on. That's something we want to do. Last year was last year. The year before that was that. Each team has its own journey. It's just a part of our program.
Coming off the 2 state titles in a row, do you think it's more challenging now to keep the guys locked in, or are they even more focused than before?
We've got another challenge in front of us. Right now, we're focused on winning the state title in football, just taking it game by game. Mm-hmm. Coach Powell has done an amazing job this year with those guys, having them prepared every week, playing their best every week. So that's their main focus right now. We try not to talk about it. I'm not a big fan of talking about winning state titles. Mm-hmm. I believe in just doing things the right way.
Coach, last question. I'll let you get out of here on this. You talked about these kids have known each other longer than you've known them. How important is it that they have that chemistry, that they can almost, they know what their teammate's going to do before he does it?
It's a beautiful thing. They know how to play the game of basketball, man. The kids have a great basketball IQ. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. It helps us offensively and defensively. Having that chemistry helps me. We don't run a lot of plays. We just learn how to play the game of basketball in practice. So it makes us a little bit tougher to scout. They talk amongst each other on the floor. We talk as a team just outside of basketball. So that chemistry is important. It's very, very, very important. Knowing your teammates, knowing your coaches. I trust them. They trust me. And trust goes such a long way in being successful.
Central Dealerships is not one to brag, but actually we are. Central was awarded, yet again, General Motors Mark of Excellence. We have the perfect ride waiting for you and exceptional service. So find your next vehicle at a Central dealership today.
Since 1945, we've been more than just a bank. We've been deeply rooted in communities across Arkansas, growing alongside the families and businesses we serve. We started the Farmers and Merchants Bank in Stuttgart, Arkansas 80 years ago to ensure working folks could borrow money to run their farms, fund their businesses, and build their families' futures. Today, Farmers and Merchants Bank is proud to continue supporting our communities, including our students and athletes. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Milligan Heating and AC works to serve the Northeast Arkansas community in meeting all of your HVAC needs. Give Justin Milligan a call at 870-243-2820.
From the first seed to a full harvest. From their first steps to their final day of school. From the everyday to the big adventure. From a great job to a greater calling. A true community bank is there through it all because every journey matters.
Ryan, let's talk about the Tuckerman Bulldogs, a 2A finalist last year.
Yeah, phenomenal season for Tuckerman. Beyond happy for Coach Longino, that community. They lose on Murray Neal, who was one of the better players, one of the better guards around. He could score it. He was their guy. But they returned several good players that got significant time last year. Jordan Watson, a guy that plays with high energy. I think he's the heart and soul of that team, and how he goes, I think they'll kind of go as the floor general. Zeke Church is a guy to look out for, guys. I think he's going to progress significantly, have a really, really good season this year, may end up having the best season for them. And then another guy to look out for that came in off the bench for them was Christian Ashley, an unbelievable athlete that I also think is going to step forward and have a really good season. Look for Tuckerman to compete for a conference title. Coach, let's head down south, Poinsett County, the Harrisburg Hornets.
Yeah, the Hornets got a new coach this year, new leadership with Grant Sanders, a young guy coming in with a lot of energy. They were 15-12 a year ago, one win away from the regional tournament. They're really trying to get over the hump and get into that extra week of basketball, there at the end of the year in the postseason. They've got a lot of weapons that are back, a lot of leadership, a lot of seniors. Axon Wallace, Jackson Moross, Moross being the point guard, Wallace, guys that's got a lot of experience. Bryce McCartney inside gives them an inside presence. A couple other seniors, Walker Casebeer, Jacoby Tate, with a lot of experience. They're going to play hard. They're going to score around the rim. It may depend on how they shoot it night in, night out in that 3A3 conference. Javen Thompson, a junior, a good athlete. We saw on the football fields, if that can translate to a very versatile player. I think Harrisburg can make some noise and cause some problems in the 3A3.
Dogger, there's one thing I know. It's to never count out a team led by Matt Mills.
Oh, he's one of the best coaches around. That's hands down. I truly think the world of Coach Mills does a great job. Coming off a 21 season, they're always going to win ball games. They're always going to be competitive. He's always going to give them a chance, and they're always going to play hard. You better believe that. But Lane Hemphill he's their guy this year. He's a senior, 2-year starter, averaged 13-8 last year. Coach Mills believes he can be one of the best players in all of 2A, not just in that conference. So got a lot on his shoulders. They're expecting a really good year from him. Ford Mills, Coach Mills' son, will be a sophomore this year. Played a little bit last year as a freshman. Going to be a sophomore this year. He's going to run the show, if you will, from the point guard spot this year. So really looking for him to have a big season. Mason Mooney, another guy from the guard spot that he's had some firepower, can really shoot the ball. So they're going to be dangerous. They're always dangerous, and I look forward to them having a really good season.
Brad, a team that will compete at the very top of the 5A East, the Marion Lady Patriots.
Yeah, Coach Shunda Johnson's team, a staple in that league, always battling for the league title. I think they're going to be there again this year. They've got a junior in Summer Morgan who started the last 2 years. She started as a freshman at Nettleton, moved over to Marion last year, averaged 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists, two and a half steals, 9 points. Just kind of did it all, and they're really going to lean on her to kind of even up those totals again this year. Jordan Wilkerson coming to them off an injury. playing season last year. She'll be back healthy, and that'll be big for the Lady Patriots. Senior Lanaya Creighton, junior Mila Stallings, giving them some depth. But watch out for freshman Cortland Brown. Let's see what she can do at the high school level. But once again, Marion Lady Patriots right there in the 5A East mix.
Doc, you talked about the boys. Now let's talk about the Rector Lady Cougars.
Yeah, it's coming off a 500 season, so not a bad year. Maybe not the year that they would really have wanted, but first-year head coach Tyler Riddle, new coach. So it's going to be a different leadership. A little bit things will be a little bit different in Rector this year, but one thing stays the same for sure, and that's Riley Wilburn. She is their standout. She's already past 1,000 career points. She's an all-state caliber player. She is averaged almost 20 a game last year. She can really play. They say she can play all 5 positions on the floor. So she's a matchup nightmare for so many teams because she can literally do everything. They've got a couple other really good players. Anna Isom is a girl that you're going to have to really pay attention to. She's just really tough. She adds some ferociousness to that team. Sierra McMahon, also another really good player. So they're going to have a good year, and it's all going to be – they go as Riley Wilburn goes, let me say that.
Ryan, let's talk about one of the teams we've seen in the NEA Tip-Off Classic and one of the best games we've seen in a long time, the Nelton Raiders.
Yeah, a big win over Brooklyn in overtime, a game that they were down by 13, showed a lot of resilience, came back and won that one. Boy, did T.J. Whitney put on a show that day against them, and he's going to continue to do that. I think he's one of the best athletes in the entire area. Just a really good basketball player. He's just a human highlight reel. So you got another TJ though, and TJ Daly, who's was the newcomer of the year for best under the sun. So he
had 34 that game.
Yeah. I mean, and I sitting there talking about Whitney, and he did that. So those are the two. And when you have a dynamic duo like that, look for Nettleton to compete for a 5A Eastern Conference Championship. Doc, the Sloan Hendricks Greyhounds on the girls' side are expected to have a very nice season.
Well, they had a really nice season last year, 29 wins, deep postseason run. They return all 5 starters. So I don't really even have to say anymore. I mean, Coach Mitchell Wilson's squad, they're going to be really, really good. Really good across the board, but they're going to be really good in that 2A. They're going to be tough, and they are a top, let's just call it, they're a top 3 team in 2A going into the season, and I expect that to be the entire season. All 5 starters back: Hayden Matheny, Emery Spence, Alexis Davis, Kaylee Johns, Riley Brown, all really good players. The thing about this team, when you bring all 5 players back from a year ago, they're hungry. They feel like they were a little bit short of the goal last year. They're going to be hungry this year. They're going to play well together this year. This team is going to be dangerous in October, November, and they're going to be even more dangerous in February, March. Let's head on over to South Mississippi County. Let's talk about the Rivercrest Colts. Right?
A team that's always traditionally very, very good. They've got a group of talented guys that are going to play and do well this year. Buda Harris, it starts with him. Love to watch him play. He's just lanky. He can get to the rim. He's a lefty, too, so, you don't usually get to see that. But a multi-sport athlete, and it's all got to center around him this year. Huge question mark with Jaden Young. He suffered injury during football season. He's just listed as out indefinitely. So, again, it's got to go through Buda. Asir Burks and Marquise Nunn, I think, are 2 guys you keep an eye on. Nunn was having a good season. He had an injury last year. And then Burks, they just need him to step up and progress. So I think the Colts are a team that will make the regional and try to get a bid into the state tournament.
Ryan, we talked earlier about that game at the NEA Tip-Off Classic with Nettleton and Brooklyn. Let's talk about Brooklyn now.
Yeah, I mean, certainly a very, very talented group. I have to think they're the favorite in their conference this year, with some stiff competition there as well. But when you got a guy named Lane Webster on your team, who to me is the best player in Northeast Arkansas, his ability to do every single thing, man, it's just hard not to look at them as a favorite and to make a very deep run. And I'll say this, they've got to get him the ball 80% of possessions. No question about that. Obviously, he's not the only guy on that team that can play, though. They've got Riley Sutton leading things at the point guard position. Sawyer Wright, a guy that can shoot. We all know Brooklyn can shoot. And Pierce Adams, another guy that's versatile, that's going to get in there. But it all centers around Lane. Get him the ball. Brooklyn will go a long way. Guys, Greene County Tech girls, phenomenal year last year, state runner-up. They return a bunch of talented players, commit to Louisiana Tech. So Marcus Carlton sat down with Coach Jason Smith at Media Day. Let's check out that interview.
Coach Jason Smith, Greene County Tech Lady Eagles, joining me now on the NEA Sports Preseason Special. Coach, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. Our pleasure.
31-3 last year, made it all the way to Hot Springs to the state finals, came up just a little bit short. A lot of players gone, but a lot of new key pieces coming in to fill those roles. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was a big senior class, really special year. Just one of those magical seasons to where all the puzzle pieces kind of fit together, especially at the right time. But yeah, I mean, you just try to reload every year best you can. Some kids who've been waiting in the wings, stepping up, and really proud of those guys. And so yeah, 2 starters coming back, kind of a 6-man coming back as well, and then filling the other 2 spots right now with a senior and a junior, and they're doing a good job.
So coming into this season, you make it all the way to the state finals. You feel like maybe there's a target on your back this year?
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, to be honest, Marcus, I think that there's always a target on my teams for whatever reason, and that's okay because we want it to be. We want it to feel big time, and that's just we want to be everybody's date they circle, just because it makes it a whole lot more fun. And at the end of the day, when the arenas are full and it's electric and all that, I mean, that's what the kids will remember.
Absolutely.
And so we enjoy it. Yeah, that target's there. It's not going anywhere. And I think even more than kind of the run last year was, I mean, these kids have. Like with Sophia and Presley, they've only lost 2 conference games, and they haven't lost a conference game at home in their high school career. And so, those are the things. I mean, everybody in the league, I mean, they want to beat our tail, and that's good. That's fun. So that means that me and Coach Huggins and Coach O, that we've got to do our work to put our kids, in their best position to succeed. And so that's why we do it. We want our program to be big time and to feel big time, and that's how we go about our business.
At Glen Sain, we've spent over 70 years trying to do things the right way, with honesty, heart, and hometown pride. With 4 locations across Paragould, Rector, and Kennett, we offer a wide selection of GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Ford vehicles, and service centers to keep them running strong. We're a family-owned business, and we treat every customer like one of our own, because after 70 years, that's what matters most.
Ritter Go-Getters are everywhere, using smart Wi-Fi that's always there. Your friends are gaming, your neighbors are streaming, you're missing out and probably steaming. Don't let FOMO get you down. Ritter's smart Wi-Fi's in your town. It's fast, it's strong, it's oh so clever, with coverage that goes on forever. Connect all devices with a snap and control your network from your home app. So get smart Wi-Fi, say bye to doubt, be a Ritter Go-Getter, and don't miss out.
Holiday shipping begins now at your most trusted packing and shipping store, Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Let Pack Mail take the stress off your holiday shipping by safely packing and shipping your gifts anywhere in the world. Or if you want to pack it yourself, Pack Mail carries the supplies you need to get it done. Don't trust just anybody to pack and ship your packages. Trust Pack Mail, 361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro.
Happy holidays from the Pack Mail crew.
Don't delay. Ship today with Pack Mail.
From the first seed to a full harvest. From their first steps to their final day of school. From the everyday to the big adventure. From a great job to a greater calling. A true community bank is there through it all, because every journey matters.
Milligan Heating and AC works to serve the Northeast Arkansas community in meeting all of your HVAC needs. Give Justin Milligan a call at 870-243-2820. Located in Lake City, Arkansas, Dixon Insurance Services is owned and operated by Northeast Arkansas locals Angie and Perry Dixon. They're an independent insurance agency which allows them to truly work for their clients to provide multiple competitive insurance solutions from many of the top insurance companies in the industry. From individual to commercial insurance, the ultimate goal for Dixon Insurance is to provide clients with the best service and the best coverage possible.
Well, Doc, let's talk about the reigning state champs, the Earl Bulldogs.
Had a really good year last year, 21-5. Tough conference, tough region, tough state. I mean, they played literally the 4 teams from that district, went to the regional, were the Final Four in the regional, Final Four in the state. So they were battle-tested all throughout the year. 21-5, nothing to be upset about for sure. Here's the thing. Every year, Earl is going to be really good. That just is what it is. They go through what Coach Carl Miller calls Bulldog Boot Camp early in the year to make sure they're in shape, they're ready to go, they're tough, they're mentally ready, prepared to play the year. They return to Ron Hurst III, who is regarded as one of maybe the best guards in the state of Arkansas, especially in 1A. They've got Derek Lately, Clifton Wren Jr., Aiden Davis. They have a lot of really good players, really good athletes. Earl is going to be dangerous. Once they get their legs under them, they're going to be really good in the postseason.
Well, Brad, let's just stay in Earl and talk about another really talented team. Got to be, in my opinion, the favorite to possibly win it in 1A, the Earl Lady Bulldogs.
Well, here's the thing about Earl. They're the favorite in my mind to win the 1A, but they might be one of the best teams regardless of classification. They've already got victories over Conway and Springdale Harbor. They went 27-4 and got to that finals last year, and everything is geared toward getting that state championship trophy. They've got Jada Maples back, who just signed with Missouri, a dynamic, kind of versatile guard forward type player. Journey Jefferson, she's back at the point guard position. They bring in a point guard. Zanaya Johnson moves over from Searcy to make them even better. They got 2 move-ins from Marion. Not to mention the rest of the whole team's back. They didn't lose a soul from last year, and they get 3 solid players back. So I think they'll win the 1A state title, and they may be one of the, if not the best team in the state of Arkansas.
Well, Doc, let's talk about the always powerful Jonesboro Golden Hurricane.
They are a power every year. Coming off a 26-5 season, Coach Wes Swift, if there's a better one in the state of Arkansas, I don't know who it would be. He is unbelievable. He does a great job. They're ultra talented. They're going to be led by B.J. Knowlton, 6'2 guard, averaged 11 a game last year, all-state, all-conference, really good player. Leighton Weaver, also another guy, comes in. He's a really good shooter. They're going to expect him to score a lot of points for them this year. Senior Jaquez Jordan, he is a really good defender, and he also provides some scoring versatility for them. Some other guys that they're going to key on, Sidney Smith, Elliott McLaughlin, Jaden Jones, Eddie Young, 6'7", and Sabian Graham. They're loaded, and they're going to be loaded, and they're going to play a tough non-conference schedule early on. So they're going to be battle-tested. They're going to be dangerous come March, as always.
Ryan, let's stay in Jonesboro, go to the west side, and talk about the Lady Warriors.
Yeah. Coach Brandon in his second season coaching the girls there. Finished 15-18 last year, a season where trying to put in his coaching philosophy, trying to build that program up. And he's got 3 players returning as starters this season, and Maddox Curitan, she's a senior. Needs to step up, be a leader on this team for them. And then 2 juniors in Kylie Coots and Kirby Conrad. Coach Brandon has a really good group of sophomores that are moving up. So there's talent on the way. The big thing for them guys, he's going to coach them hard just like they were if he was coaching one of his boys' teams. And they've got to buy in. If they buy in, they're going to end up being pretty good. Made the finals of the district last year, so you know the talent's there. I expect for them to compete near the top of the conference. Brad, a group that I'm looking forward to seeing this year that I think will take a big step forward is the Tuckerman Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, Coach Chad Soden's group, one of the great guys, but great coaches in our area. They went 24-14 last year. They're in that 2A2 with Sloan Hendricks, with ICC. Mm-hmm. They're in the same region with Riverside and BIC. So, I mean, it's a battle just to get through it. But if you can get through it, you know you're going to have a chance to make a run. And this group has a chance because they've got everybody back, led by Coach Soden's daughter, Maddox Soden, who was an all-state selection at the point guard spot a year ago. They got seniors Emery Bond, August Huckabee, Emily Gates, a 6-footer in the middle, Megan Richardson and Allie Sampson as juniors. Very balanced. They got more depth this year, so he really likes this Lady Bulldog squad he's got. It's a battle. It's going to be a battle every night in conference. That regional tournament stuff, but if you can get through it and you get to state, you know you've been through it, and I think they can make a deep run this year.
All right, the Riverside Lady Rebels, who have absolutely owned that 2A3.
Been a really good last few years for Lady Rebels. Coming off a 34-win season last year, another postseason run. There's not much left to say. They're just really, really talented. They've got a lot of talent coming back this year, looking to be another really good year. Arden Vaughn was Freshman of the Year, Conference Player of the Year last year. Just a tremendous, tremendous talent, can really play all 5 positions on the floor. She's really good. They're going to depend on her a whole lot. Riley Akins is just another tremendous player. She's all over the place. The athleticism on the floor for the Lady Rebels is just tremendous. Carly Jo Womack may be the smartest guard that I have seen in quite some time. Just her ability to take care of the basketball. She doesn't get flustered, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Bradley Travis can really shoot it. They've got a lot of really good pieces on this team. They're going to get after you, and they're going to be really tough come postseason.
Ritter Go-Getters are everywhere, using smart Wi-Fi that's always there. Your friends are gaming, your neighbors are streaming, you're missing out and probably steaming. Don't let FOMO get you down. Ritter's smart Wi-Fi's in your town. It's fast, it's strong, it's oh so clever, with coverage that goes on forever. Connect all devices with a snap and control your network from your home app. So get smart Wi-Fi, say bye to doubt, be a Ritter Go-Getter, and don't miss out.
Every year, billions of dollars in packages are stolen by porch pirates. Don't let it happen to you.
Don't worry, Pack Mail's got your back. For as little as 33 cents a day, you can rent a secure private mailbox and have all your packages delivered safely to Pack Mail. They'll even text or email you once your packages arrive. Then drop by during business hours and pick them up. Pack Mail, your shipping headquarters, 361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. And don't forget, holiday shipping begins now at Pack Mail.
Since 1945, we've been more than just a bank. We've been deeply rooted in communities across Arkansas, growing alongside the families and businesses we serve. We started the Farmers and Merchants Bank in Stuttgart, Arkansas 80 years ago to ensure working folks could borrow money to run their farms, fund their businesses, and build their families' futures. Today, Farmers and Merchants Bank is proud to continue supporting our communities, including our students and athletes. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Located in Lake City, Arkansas, Dixon Insurance Services is owned and operated by Northeast Arkansas locals Angie and Perry Dixon. They're an independent insurance agency which allows them to truly work for their clients to provide multiple competitive insurance solutions from many of the top insurance companies in the industry. From individual to commercial insurance, the ultimate goal for Dixon Insurance is to provide clients with the best service and the best coverage possible. Milligan Heating and AC works to serve the Northeast Arkansas community in meeting all of your HVAC needs. Give Justin Milligan a call at 870-243-2820.
At Glen Sane, we know extra time is hard to come by. Your hands are full, your days are packed, and time doesn't slow down. We work hard when you have a service issue. With full service centers at each of our 4 locations, we will always do our best to make it convenient for you and your busy lifestyle. Thank you for trusting our family with your family for over 70 years.
Well, Brad, let's head to your hometown of Manila and talk about the boys.
Yeah, Manila Lions, Heath Matheny in his 3rd year at the helm there. Fell a game short of the regional tournament, so a team that's really hungry to get back to that regional and get deeper into the postseason. They got 3 seniors back, Carson Baltimore, Hudson Harrison, and Andrew Evers, who's got a lot of experience. Baltimore all-conference last year, averaged 11 points, can really shoot the ball. Hudson Harrison everywhere as a guard, kind of defensively and offensively as well. Then they got a really good class of sophomores that went undefeated last year in junior high. Espen Burrow is going to be a very good player for years to come for that program. They lost one to an injury in the preseason, Noel Solomon, which is unfortunate, but they got Hutch Duclos. They got Eli Tomlin, Wesley Jones, Bentley Winston as juniors. They got some depth, lacking some size, but they can really shoot it, and they're going to get after you defensively. So I look for them to make some noise in the 3A3 and battle for that regional spot and get back to the postseason.
Well, Doc, let's head to Lawrence County and hear about the Lady Bobcats of Walnut Ridge.
Yeah, went 14-15 last season, so just under 500. Made the regional tournament, though. Coach Skip Delaney had a pretty good year. Looking to build off that season, maybe, try to make it a game or 2 further, see what happens. You get in that regional tournament, anything can happen at that point. Returned 4 starters from last year's team. All 4 are seniors. Candace Morgan, Selby Muradova, Lila Woods, Kinley Fisher, Kendi Jackson. All of those girls are going to see big minutes for them. They're going to be key factors for them, night in, night out. Doubt that they have a 25, 30-point scorer most nights. They're going to rely on sharing the basketball. You could have different girls get you 10 or 12 a night, but very solid fundamental basketball team. Look forward to them, watching them this year. I think they could very well get back to the regional tournament, and then who knows?
Brad, let's talk about a team that has a chance to make a significant run. Won the conference last year in the Marion Patriots.
Yeah, Marion Patriots, Sammy Lewis, 2nd year as head coach. They went 26-7, won the 5A East, like you said. I think they're the favorite again this year. They got Chandler Randall back as an all-state selection a year ago. He averaged 12 points and 6 boards. They've got Jalen Neal and Jackson Black back that were all-conference selections. They've got Dexter Higgins back at the point guard, so they got a lot of weapons. They got a lot of length and athleticism. They're going to guard you. They're going to move the ball and share it. I think they're going to be the favorite in the 5A East. I think they can get to that state tournament and even make a deep run. And it's going to be tough. It's a really deep state tournament, but I think they got a chance.
Back over to Lawrence County, let's talk about the Walnut Ridge Bobcats.
Yeah, finished 6-21 last year, but they got a big win at the end of the season, the district tournament, and advanced to the regional. They got a lot of players that are multi-sport athletes, guys, really, really good in football, and they play both sports. You got 2 seniors in Jersey Cunningham and TJ Owens who are going to return to that starting lineup, both solid players for them. Jace Blake is a guy that is an unbelievable athlete. I mean, he's a phenomenal football player, and I really like watching him play basketball. He's so fast, and he plays really, really hard. Then you got Trevor Augustine, who is on that offensive line, but, I mean, he's fast, guys, for as big as he is, and he can be a dangerous weapon for them. So they're going to improve this year. By the way, they got the Thomas kids coming off the bench, Easton Ritchie, Jackson Brady. But I think they're a team that has another chance to make the regional tournament. Guys, the Sloan Hendricks Greyhounds, a team that I think truly has a legit shot to win a state championship. I'd like to see them, and I think they will make a bid to host that state tournament this year, which has to elevate them as being a favorite. They play in a tough conference. They play in a tough region. But they got Hudson Rorix, who's an unbelievable player, one of the best. And Marcus Carlton sat down with Coach Bates and discussed this upcoming season.
Joining me now on the NEA Sports preseason special, Coach Daniel Bates, Sloan Hendricks. Coach, appreciate you coming on with me.
Appreciate you having me.
24-13 last year. Exit in the regionals, arguably the toughest region in the state. Coming into this year, how do you build on that from last year?
Yeah, so we had some unfortunate situations come up last year. Our best one, he broke his foot, so he was out for 7 weeks, and we got him back at the very end, and we just weren't playing very well together. But we ended up losing to EPC in overtime, and so our motto going into this offseason has been 1 point. And I've hung up 1 point signs all over our gymnasium, locker rooms, all those things. If we were 1 point better, we beat EPC, we move on, and who knows what happened. We were hopefully we're trying to win the state championship. So it's been a lot of motivation for us to be 1 point better every single day.
A lot of key pieces coming back this year. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, so I got Hudson Rorick's 3-year starter. Through 6 games, he's already averaging over 28 points per game. Just a great player, a great person. Do it all for you. Coach on the floor. Dallas Durham, he's a junior. Little lefty guard. Shoots it really well. He's just a dog as far as driving it inside. He's not scared of anybody. Really changes the game for us at times. Just the way he plays and his aggressiveness. We have a 2-year starter in Colton Sexton. He's our starting center. Protects the rim really well for us. And we've had a couple of guys that have filled in, and Caden Hickman and Cole McCall. They do a great job in their roles. It's been nice so far.
Brad, let's talk a little bit about a team that could be a dark horse, the Valley View Blazers.
Yeah, Coach Lane Campbell's back with them. 24-7 a year ago, second in the conference. Got beat in the first round of state. A lot of new faces. Max Manchester, the lone senior returning starter, he's back. He'll kind of provide the leadership and things that they need. Eli Craig is back. He saw some minutes off the bench, and especially late in the season, played big for them. Yeah. Shot it well, plays really hard all over the floor. They've got Max Moody, who got some minutes inside last year, a 6'5" presence that can step out. They got a 6'4" guard, junior Kingston Rottinghouse, that can really shoot it and score some points for them. They've got good length around the floor as well. They've got a couple move-ins, Sadler McCormick over from Westside, Cody Lampkin in from Ridgefield Christian that could give them some minutes, along with Cade Ingram and Drake Bowman. So I think the Blazers could surprise some people in the 5A East this year.
Well, Doc, let's talk about the Harrisburg Lady Hornets, who are coming off an 18-10 season.
Yeah, pretty good year last year, 18-10. That's nothing to slouch about for sure. So good year. New coach this year. Coach Gavin comes in to take over the Lady Hornets. They lost 3 girls from last year's team in Elizabeth Green, Alicia Rand, and Hannah Ross, but they returned 3 starters. So they've got some pieces back from last year. Reagan Farr, Gabby Nunez, Cassie Carlson. So they've got a little bit of a combo guard inside presence with those 3. Some really good defense. They've also got a couple other girls, Zoe Shelton and Camila Spiegel. So they've got some pieces. 18-10, they know how to win. They've kind of turned things around, playing really well. I look for them to build off that this year, try to get that 20 wins this season. Let's head on down to Bay, Ryan. Tell us about the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, a group that finished 26-10 last year, had a great season, and they're really guys looking to build on that. Coach Halbrook is in his 2nd season down there and has loaded his schedule up. I mean, I don't honestly at the 2A, 3A, 1A level, I can't think of anybody who could possibly have loaded their schedule up more than he has. And they're going to get beat. I mean, in some of these really tough teams, but he's kind of okay with that. He really wants this team to learn, to face some adversity. They have a very talented player in Jacob Willard coming back, Conference Player of the Year. He's going to average somewhere between 15, 20 points a game. Kid I love watching is Cade Spencer. Plays with a ton of heart. A lot of energy. How he goes, they'll go. Marquis Dodson, returning all-conference player. Wyatt McElwain's going to give him really good minutes. And then a guy to watch out is a true freshman in Gabe Williams. Look for Bay to compete at the very top of the 2A3. Brad, let's talk about the Westside Warriors.
Yeah, and a new era at Westside with John Paul Genesee taking over for longtime head coach Mark Whitmire. They also lost Weston Honeycutt, who was their leading point scorer last year, but they make that up, quite well with a lot of pieces back from last year, including the three-headed monster of Kobe Thompson, Landon Webb, and Micah Dew. Seniors, Kobe Thompson and Landon Webb they both handle the ball. They can shoot the outside. They can get to the rim. Micah Dew is a big-time player, makes big-time shots in big-time situations. Very strong, can get to the rim and shoot it from the outside. They got guys like Will Harp and Wes Smith, Hayden Tilley and Kyler Sharp to give them some depth. They're going to play really hard defensively. Westside's always going to be able to shoot the basketball. They're going to share the ball, move the ball. I think in that 4A3 they'll have a chance to battle at the top and make it to the regional tournament and maybe make some noise in the postseason.
Doc, a team that looks to take that next step and try to win that 2A3 is the Buffalo Island Central Lady Mustangs.
And I've actually seen them play already this year. Really good. They were really good last year. Mm-hmm. They got really good as the year went on. Made a good little run in the postseason. They're looking to build off that, and they've certainly done that to start the year. Now, Coach Matheny is not scared to load that schedule up. I mean, it is a tough schedule. He wants to be battle-tested, just like some of these other teams we talked about, and they will be. They returned several really good players. Jalen Cagle and Josephine Hannikin, both seniors. Won a guard in Cagle who can really shoot it. Had 20-something the other night against Riverside. She can shoot the three. If you leave her open, it's in. And Hannikin, inside presence. She's a good-sized girl that plays, bangs around inside. She's really good for them. Olivia Duffel gives them good minutes. Chandler Gathright, though, is they're going to be their leading scorer. She's going to lead the charge most nights. Very versatile guard. She can really go. If she takes care of the basketball, and she does often, she is really, really good and can put up points. They're dangerous, and they could be really good come February.
Ryan, let's head back over to Mississippi County to the reigning defending 3A state champion, Osceola Seminoles.
Yeah, you and I got to call a bunch of their games last year, and we said at that point, I would love to see a team that's as good as them that can beat them, and I still feel that way about them this year. They did lose some guys, but, man, they got some key pieces back. MJ Washington, I believe, was a state MVP last year, often known as touchdown Tyler Bell in football, but he's a phenomenal guard that they have. Also, Anthony Brown returns, and then a guy that will be a big key for him is Cash Spann. So, guys, I tell you, they are going to be a team, a force to be reckoned with in the 3A classification, and look for Osceola to make another run to the state championship.
From the first seed to a full harvest. From their first steps to their final day of school. From the everyday to the big adventure. From a great job to a greater calling. A true community bank is there through it all because every journey matters.
Ritter go-getters are everywhere, using smart Wi-Fi that's always there. Your friends are gaming, your neighbors are streaming, you're missing out and probably steaming. Don't let FOMO get you down. Ritter's smart Wi-Fi's in your town. It's fast, it's strong, it's oh so clever, with coverage that goes on forever. Connect all devices with a snap and control your network from your home app. So get smart Wi-Fi, say bye to doubt, be a Ritter go-getter, and don't miss out.
At Glen Sain, we've spent over 70 years trying to do things the right way, with honesty, heart, and hometown pride. With 4 locations across Paragould, Rector, and Kennett, we offer a wide selection of GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Ford vehicles, and service centers to keep them running strong. We're a family-owned business, and we treat every customer like one of our own, because after 70 years, that's what matters most.
Holiday shipping begins now at your most trusted packing and shipping store, Pack Mayo in Jonesboro. Let Pack Mayo take the stress off your holiday shipping by safely packing and shipping your gifts anywhere in the world. Or if you want to pack it yourself, Pack Mayo carries the supplies you need to get it done. Don't trust just anybody to pack and ship your packages. Trust Pack Mail, 361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro.
Happy holidays from the Pack Mail crew.
Don't delay. Ship today with Pack Mail.
Located in Lake City, Arkansas, Dixon Insurance Services is owned and operated by Northeast Arkansas locals Angie and Perry Dixon. They're an independent insurance agency which allows them to truly work for their clients to provide multiple competitive insurance solutions from many of the top insurance companies in the industry. From individual to commercial insurance, the ultimate goal for Dixon Insurance is to provide clients with the best service and the best coverage possible.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Welcome back to our preseason basketball show. Going back to your hometown, Brad, talk about the Lady Lions.
Yeah, Manila Lady Lions, have put a good run together the last few years with some good basketball teams. Coach LaRose got a good thing going there. 29-7 a year ago, got to the state quarterfinals before they fell to Hardy Academy. He's toughened up that schedule. They should be the favorite to 3A3. He lost just his daughter Jenna LaRose is the only player he lost. He's got a lot back, so look for them to be very good again. Senior Hadley Goodson leading the charge, 13.7 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists last year. Junior Lucy Farmer, another guard, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals a night. Madison Deeds inside's got to play big for them. Gives them a little presence in the middle, a good rebounder. She draws a lot of attention where she can kick out to these other guards. Chloe Helms does a lot of the dirty work, kind of hustle player that don't end up on the stat sheet a lot. Then you got Madison Toon, Bailey Wilson, Addison Stabs that provides depth and balance that makes them very difficult. And I think they'll win that 3A3 again, get to the regional, and make a good, strong run in the postseason.
Let's gallop on over to BIC, talk about the Mustangs a little bit.
Mustangs coming off a season in which they went 7-25. Now, with that said, they're not going to go 7-25 this year, guys. As a matter of fact, now they're going to start out maybe a little rough because Coach Taylor Lane's loaded his schedule up. And they've played several games already, come up short just a little bit, but they're trying to find their identity. They've got 2 seniors that are key pieces in Kel Gathright and Leo Contreras. Contreras, a guy that is going to drive to the hole. He's always been able to do that. And Gathright has been a spot shooter, but I think you're going to see him find other ways to score aside from that. But then they have that really, really good sophomore group coming up that we can expect to see some really good things from over the next couple of years. And then there's Cord Kirby, who is a guy I think you really got to keep an eye on. It's going to be fun to watch, and he's going to probably make a difference in this team. Look for BIC to make the regional tournament. Brad, talk to us a little bit about the Corning Lady Bobcats.
Yeah, the Corning Lady Bobcats kind of in a rebuild mode. After years of being one of the better teams in 3A in Northeast Arkansas, now they're trying to rebuild, and Coach Wesley Couch has got some girls back to kind of maybe get that ball rolling. Senior Katie Carr and Abby Staggs are back for him to kind of lead the way for the Lady Bobcats. Junior Gracie Townsend started as a sophomore last year, showed some promise, and then Nevaeh Neal's a sophomore that they're kind of maybe hoping can make an impact there at the high school level. So inside that 3A3, it's tough at the top, but maybe you can get some wins and kind of get some momentum under your belt to kind of build your program around going forward. So look for some improvement in Corning.
All right, Doc, our alma mater, you have them, the Riverside Rebels.
Yeah, Coach Campbell coming off a great year last year, terrific team last few years, had some really good seasons. This will be his final season coaching the Rebels, so it's kind of, it's kind of sad in a sense that he's been there forever, and it's all Riverside is known. And so really hoping this year's a good year for him, for the boys. Got a lot of inexperience, so a lot of guys are going to play some minutes that maybe they didn't get last year. Two guys did see the floor last year in Daniel Couch and Maddox Stone. They played some big minutes on a really good team last year, so they have those reps. They have, that experience coming back. But outside of that, you're going to be relying on some guys. Tucker Emery saw some time last year too. Really strong kid, great kid. Really love to watch him, and you just cheer for him. He's just one of those kids. And Zane McClure, another guy that is just gritty. They just play hard. They know how to compete in ball games. It's just a matter of getting over the hump and finding ways to win. And where is the scoring going to come from? I think that'll be the big thing for them. But look for them to battle. They're going to get, they're going to give everybody the best shot, try to compete for that third, fourth spot in that conference, try to make the regional tournament.
Each and every year we have a segment where we pick our lock to win a state championship. Who do you got, Doc, and why?
I'm going to take the Osceola Seminoles. And I think they just have so much coming back. They're just so talented. They have the experience. They know how to win. They just did it last year. I think they're going to run through that conference. I think they're the clear-cut favorite.
All right, Brad, your pick.
Yeah, I'm going to, not a big gambler, so you go with, the
thing.
The short, low-hanging fruit is what I was trying to say. So I think the Earl Lady Bulldogs are going to win the single A state title. I think they're one of the best girls teams across any classification. And I'll tell you what, I'll make it fair. I'll hedge my bet, and I'll say the Earl Bulldogs pull the sweep, and they win both the boys and girls at single A.
Okay.
My pick, and I just wrote three-peat down here. Until somebody knocks out EPC, Coach Thaxton, Jacob Gaines, the Reels, and all those kids, I think they get a third one in a row, guys. And all right, well, that's our picks. Good luck to everyone. Want to thank everyone for tuning in to our 2025 NEA Sports Preseason Basketball Show. Guys, thank you very much. Obviously, on the NEA Sports Network, we'll be broadcasting games together this year. We've already been doing some. So looking forward to that. Check out the Facebook page on NEA Sports. Otherwise, we want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.